Can we look at residents of Puducherry? Who are the residents of Puducherry? This is based on resident criteria. For all of these, you have to submit a document, but any one of these is fine. One, candidate or parent or legal guardian. Either you or your parent or legal guardian has resided continuously in Union Territory of Puducherry for at least 5 years, preceding the application date, before the application date. Second, if you do not fall under that criteria, you should have passed SSLC or HSLC after 5 years continuous years of study, including the qualifying year in recognized institutions in Puducherry. What is it? 5 years continuously you should have studied in Puducherry, passing SSLC or HSC. And you should have resided in Puducherry during that period. Hostel stay or boarding is not accounted towards that. This you need to get a certificate again. Any one of these. Or even if you don't fall under those two clauses, if you have native of Puducherry who have declared any place in Puducherry as your hometown, certified by the head of office, then that is such candidates are eligible if their children are eligible. Parents are central or state government, defense, paramilitary or public sector units like IOC, SAIL, etc. If they are posted and serving in Puducherry for a minimum of 3 continuous years. So the parent should be employed in any one of these and should be posted in Puducherry for 3 continuous years before the last date of application. And candidate must have studied both higher secondary years, 11th and 12th in Puducherry and passed from the same school. In case 3 years for the parent to be employed, last 3 years, and 2 years before HSC. HSC might have been completed last year itself. That is not a problem. In that case, they are also eligible from the same school. Now we have the fourth criteria, which is children of defense personnel or Union Territory of government employees or PSC employees who were killed, disabled or died in the service, disabled in action or died in service in Puducherry. They should have mentioned their hometown as Puducherry in the application. They should have mentioned their hometown as Puducherry. Then they are eligible for reservation. Their children are eligible for reservation in Puducherry as resident under the resident criteria. Also, French nationals residing in Puducherry under the Treaty of Cession are treated as residents of Puducherry. They should have must submit the certificate of registration by the French consulate, and their children are not eligible for non-resident quota, which is NRI quota. Regional quota. Now, what is regional quota? This is basically resident criteria, but within the seats that are available, every institute seat under the government is available also under Karaikal, Mahe, for Karaikal, Mahe and Yanam as split as mentioned over here. So all the seats in government institutes are split as Union Territory of Puducherry 75%, Karaikal 18%, Mahe 4%, and Yanam 3%. For this Union Territory of Puducherry, we already had the resident criteria. For Karaikal, Mahe and Yanam, this is the resident criteria. 5 years continuous residence in respective region or 3 years continuing schooling in the same region. This is for specific reservation for Karaikal, Mahe and Yanam. They should produce a study certificate by the school head and countersigned by CEO or regional administrator as per your location. And residence certificate from the Tahsildar or above is also required, mentioning that how many years of continuous residence you have done. So any one of these, if you classify and you belong to Karaikal, Mahe and Yanam, basically classify through Karaikal, Mahe and Yanam, you will be eligible for those seats.